Hi everyone, my name is Jen with Float Garden Center. Welcome to our second Wednesday evening webinar and our first webinar in our Summer Garden Spotlight series. I'm really excited for this class. We're having Josh Burks with King Floyd's lead us off with some summer gardening cocktails. And I thought that that's a great way to kick off the summer, kick off this Spotlight series. In the Spotlight series, we're highlighting local businesses and artists that integrate a part of the garden into their practice. So I hope everybody is excited to join. I wanted to take a moment and let you know that I do have a poll going on. So if you could pop over and fill out the poll, there's some information that we want to gather for before the presentation tonight. So if you could take a moment to do that. And then a little bit more about our Spotlight series. We're starting off with cocktails. I do have a farm to table chef coming up, a local beekeeper, local photographer. So again, this is a way to highlight local businesses and have a little fun with the garden. I thought when we first thought of cocktails, I thought immediately of Josh. I met Josh because he was a local bartender in town. And I thought he would be great to share his cocktail recipes. And when I approached him about this idea, he was completely on board. And what I thought was fun about it was that he just asked me to send him different herbs and veggies that I wanted to use in cocktails. And I just sent him things that are seasonally appropriate right now. So really, we're just going to use herbs and veggies and fruit that you would be otherwise harvesting in your garden. So this is really fun. In fact, I harvested the mint and basil and lemons from my own garden tonight. So that's great. And then just a reminder that you should have received a reminder email about an hour ago, and there is a link to the supply list for the cocktails tonight. And I also did a link for a resource handout on a veggie planting calendar. So if you are inspired after you have a cocktail or two to want to plant some of this stuff, feel free to refer to the calendar as to what time to get everything in the ground. And then let me see. We are recording this tonight, and the recording will be available this Friday on our website. It's located under Learn and then Video. So the recording will be available. I do want to note that there is a discount for the King Floyd's Bitters that we'll be using, and that discount code is on our website, and it will be good until the 30th of this month. So definitely take advantage of it. What's nice about the recordings is you can go back and rewind and watch again and pause and whatnot. So if you know, get your bitters and do this some other time, or participate tonight with us too, either way. I do want to say that I'll be presenting in our next webinar on June 19th. I'll be doing container design basics. And yes, I will be going over some container design drought techniques. A lot of people have been emailing me about that. So container design basics on June 19th. And then our second class for our Spotlight series, the Farm to Table, that will be on July 7th. And that's with Akila Forrester from Cooking with Keeks. And she will be sharing a really simple, yummy summer salad recipe that looks great. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the Q&A. We will take time here and there during the presentation to answer some of them, but we'll reserve the majority of the questions towards the end of the presentation. Okay, let's see the poll results really quick. 60% of you have not attended a Sloat webinar before, so welcome. Happy to have you. And then 40% are from Marin, 33% Contra Costa, 27% San Francisco. Wow. What cocktail are you most interested in learning how to make? This is for you, Josh. So 60% said all of the above. And then even split between the ginger mojito and the Basil Paloma. What level of gardener are you? Beginner. Lots of beginners. Okay, cool. Well, you know, maybe like I said, hopefully you'll be inspired by the cocktails or something, and you'll get more involved in gardening. Like I said, we do have several classes lined up, so we're happy to have you join us. Josh, I'm so excited to have you here, and I really look forward to your presentation. I have all my supplies ready. I'm going to try to make your recipes, so take it away. Thanks for joining us.
Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say thank you very much to Sloan Gardens and Jen for allowing me to give you this beautiful presentation of seasonal ingredients that you can procure in your own backyard to make high-end cocktails. Gardening and what we do over at King Floyd's, which is the products we're going to be using today in this video, all come from herbs and extracts in general. Bitters, if you guys aren't familiar with them, are strictly flavor extract or extractions of flavor from different herbs and supplements. So you can that's why we have a grapefruit and rosemary we're going to be using today. It's basically just macerating, percolating that down, and extracting the flavor source from it. Now, fresh is always best, which is why Jen thought about incorporating me for some cocktails because, like I said, everything that we're going to use today, besides the bitters, which you can get at www.kingfloyds.com, are going to be from your garden coming out within this month or the month to come, if you were planning it a little bit earlier. Okay, so I'm glad that you guys are liking all three items on the menu tonight. I am going to be making 4 cocktails of each of the listed drinks earlier said. So I got my brothers and my father in here with me, so we're going to make 4 of these for every one cocktail. And I know that I'm trying really hard to slow myself down if I usually go very, very fast. So the first thing I want to say is you don't need to have a bunch of high-end professional gear to make this shit. It's very easy. So I have my handy dandy shaker and everything like that. This is just a bartender 10 shaker combo. That's perfectly fine if you got one of those. If you don't, grab a smoothie shaker, a little water bottle, anything. This is from a Ninja. You can make the same cocktail with this. You don't need all the fancy gear. Just make sure you have something to strain out and do a glass with. All right, as far as muddlers and strainers and everything, I'm going to use this guy, so sharpening knives, just something to stir around the drink. Everything that you want to make a cocktail with is in your kitchen. It's why I'm doing it right here. So without further ado, I'm going to start this off by making a strawberry ginger mojito. Okay, now once again, I will be making this 4 at a time. So if you do, miss a step or whatnot, don't worry. I'm going to do it 3 more times for you, okay? Now, this cocktail is going to be featuring ginger cocktail honey syrup right here. This stuff is beautiful, organic, some of the best stuff you can get on the market. So, we're going to start off by grabbing our glass. This is typically made in a Collins style glass. What that means is tall. Okay, so a glass like that, if you don't have one, it's okay. Just going to put some liquor in it and some other stuff. It's going to taste fine either way. So, I'm going to grab that, and then we're going to grab some mint. Okay, get a nice little handful of it. Okay, a couple sprigs will usually do the trick, depending on how minty you want it. It's kind of like cooking in a glass. That's all you're doing here. All right. So we'll grab 2 per cocktail. How about that? Okay. First step, you're going to hold in your hand like this. Flap it like it owes you money, okay? That's going to open it all up. Second, let's take a couple strawberries. Chop the ends off right there. Go and drop them on in. All right, we'll do 3. Clean up as you go, professional. Okay. We are going to be using Boomba rum. Now, I did say call for Blanco. However, this is one of my favorites, so I could not let it on the shelf because a lot of people don't have it, so I just had to grab it. Okay, and if I can open it. There we go. Okay, at first, don't fill your shot up. Just go and put a little bit of liquor in that glass because you want something to muddle everything up with, okay? So go and set that back down. Grab your spoon, your whatever you're going to mash something up with from your kitchen drawer. Pulverize that. All right. There we go. Next step, King Floyd's ginger cocktail honey syrup right here. Stuff is amazing. It's very strong, very potent. Okay. So if you like that ginger bite, use a big cup, hell, even two. But at the same time, if you're not the biggest fan of that ginger bite, go in and cut it back by half. Okay. So we're going to be using a full cap for ours. Boop. Right in there. Perfectly fine. Going to go ahead and take our rum, 2 ounces. Now, rather than have a professional jigger, which has 2 in 1, if you have a shot glass, use a shot glass. If you have a big shot glass, use one of those. All right. So we'll do some parts. So if you're using a regular size shot glass, it's 2 parts going right on top. Okay. Now, I already pre-squeezed all my juices because this is what I do for a living. So we're going to be using a 1/2 ounce of lime juice, or if you're using a shot glass, that's half a part. Okay, so half the shot glass of lime. So here we go with this. Got my jigger. There we go. There's one. All right, go and put the top back on there. Okay, go and give that a nice little stir, mix it on up. Okay, now I traditionally like to layer my mojitos and everything because I like to have a little bit of flavor as you're drinking through it. So at this point, we're going to top it off with some ice. There we go. And now for some sugar water. Contro or simple syrup. Depends on your flavor or if you want it. I like this because it has that orange zest at the end of it. Okay, you're going to do 1/2 ounce of that as well, or half a part. Right over top of the ice. Let that set right on top of all the booze. And then you're going to top it off with some beautiful soda water. Here in Texas, we're using Topo Chico. Don't even know what this stuff tastes like. First time tasting it. All right. All right. And then to be fancy, take another head of that sprig, pinch it off with your nails. Once again, don't break it. This is the pretty part. Give it a slight slap. Okay, that's going to make it smell really nice when they're drinking it. All right. So there you go. That is a strawberry ginger mojito. Okay, that's exactly how you make it. Once again, I'm going to be making this 3 more times. I'm going to speed up a little bit because we got 3 of these to go through. First one goes to the dad. Yep. There you go. All right. So we're doing this all over again. All right. So look at that 2 sprigs of mint. All right. So pull those leaves off. 1, 2. Boop. Boop.
So much scotch there. It's freaking amazing. I love this.
That's what I wanted to hear, Dad. Okay, slap that stuff, drop it right in the bottom. Go and pull out a couple of your strawberries. 1, 2.
Make me 3 more.
3 more coming right up. 3. Okay. Oh, I forgot a little bit of liquor in there for some liquid. Okay, just put a little bit of rum in that.
Oh, oh, get the chest.
All right, pulverized. There we go. Okay, now add your rum right on top. Once again,
Definitely.
that's going to be 2 ounces or 2 parts. All right. Okay. A little bit of lime juice. 1/2 ounce or half a part.
It's so refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cap full of our ginger concentrated cocktail syrup. Once again, you can get this at www.kingfloyds.com. Okay. Give that a little stir. Top it with some ice. Contro simple syrup, all of it sugar water, half ounce of that or half a part. Then top it off with some soda water. Nice, easy, cakewalk of a drink, great for the summer days, especially if you're in the garden pulling this stuff off. Okay, and then go once again, go and take the top of your mint sprig, pinch off that beautiful little flower, looks just like that. Okay, nice little slap.
That was good. It's quite tasty.
Okay, throw that right on top to make it pretty. That is number 2. Okay, we got 2 more coming to you. Yeah, top's all soda water, but it gets thick at the bottom. All right. Remember, always clean up as you're going, okay? No one likes a sloppy bartender. Here we go. 2 more coming right at you now, okay? We're going to make both these at the same time because I want to drink one with these guys, all right? Because they're going to finish it before I even get a chance. Okay, so once again, 2 sprigs per glass. Ball it up, slap, drop. There we go. Ball it up, slap, drop. Okay, drop a couple strawberries. We're doing 3 per glass. Mostly because that's the perfect amount that I bought. 2 and 3. All right, a little bit of that rum makes it easy to muddle. Pulverize. It's a salad, right?
That's right. It's a tasty salad.
All right, clean up as you go. Okay, full cap once again of our ginger concentrated cocktail syrup. Nice bite to it.
I love them bitters.
Half ounce or half part of some lime juice, fresh squeeze, always better. Out the way. Okay, go and stir that up. Wait, no, I didn't have the rum yet. There we go. Quick little stir. Get all those flavors mixing for the bottom. Top it off with some ice. Top it off with some sugar water or orange liqueur, triple sec, etc. Using Cointreau. That's gonna be half a part or a half an ounce. And top it off with some soda water. All right, don't forget the garnish. Pinch it off with your nails. There's 1 and 2. Okay, nice little slap. Put that right on top. All right, I'm gonna hand this over to my brother. There you go, B. And that is how you make 4 strawberry ginger mint mojitos. Okay, King Floyd's edition. Yeah, that's solid. I enjoy that. Turns out I still know what I'm doing.
Tastes like more. It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this. All right, so let's see. Jen, do we want to do any questions now, or should I just go right into the second one?
Okay, I just want to say that I attempted to make this, and I think it's semi-decent. Like, it turned out all right,
It
surprisingly.
looks good. You got the mint, you got the strawberry, you got the rum, you got some bubbles, a little bit
Yeah.
of wine.
Yeah.
Good?
I had to throw out the first one because I don't think I muddled long enough or something.
Oh yeah, you got to mash those strawberries up.
Yeah. So, but anyway, this is really awesome. We do have one comment. Just I wanted to remind you all that the recording will be available on Friday. So, and it'll be on Sloat's website under the Learn tab, and then there's a garden video link under that. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're ready for the next one.
All right, let's go and do it.
Oh, Josh, I was wondering for this one, can you review what we're going to need before you start making it? Because
Oh, absolutely.
that would be helpful for me because I'm trying.
No problem at all.
Okay, cool.
Do that. Like I said, I do apologize. I typically go a little fast. I'm trying to slow down, but all right. So let's go. What do you guys want? You want the cucumber spritz or do you want the Paloma?
Let's get the spritz over with.
Spritz. All right. Okay. For the spritz, you're gonna need a chalice of sorts once again, but nothing too big. So these are tiny guys, so we're not gonna put a lot of ice in them. Okay, because you're going to a glass that holds roughly about 5 to 6 ounces worth of fluid. Okay, so with that being said, something around this size. Okay, I know that's hard to gauge when you're doing a seminar, but it's gonna be a lot smaller than that Collins glass you just used. Okay, so what you're gonna need to make this. The Empress cucumber spritz, of course, includes Empress. You're going to need the Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. Okay, you need some lemon juice, some lime juice, once again, some more soda water. You're going to need a cucumber, which is fresh from your garden right now, as well as a peeler. Oop, everything's going off the rails. Peeler to cut the cucumber for your garnish, and a shaker. And that's it. A shaker of sorts. You could do with your fancy barware or like a little milkshake shaker, little whatever thing you've got that's going to shake and pour out, basically. That's all you're going to need. Okay, so to start this drink off, the most difficult part, in my opinion, is getting the garnish right. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do that real quick. Because you want to line it around the glass because you want it to soak up all the flavor that you're going to put in the cocktail, because at the end of it, you eat that cucumber slice and it's delicious. All right, so you take your cucumber and you're going to slice off the top half of it. Okay, or the first peel, I should say. You're gonna throw that little thing away because it's all the calloused material. Okay, so just pull that little thing along the edge, take that guy, throw it right away. And you're gonna do it one more time. Okay, nice cucumber peel. Should be left with something like this. Nice thin profile. Okay, and then you take it and you wrap it around the glass. You start at the bottom. Okay, and you just spin it around the entire glass. You get the curl in there nice and neat. So it'll look just like that. Nice and pretty and delicate. Okay? So I do that for however many drinks you're making right now. I'm making 4, so I'm going to do that 4 times. Okay? Careful not to cut yourself. It's always fun when you do that. There's 2. All right, here's 3. Okay, just start at the bottom, twist the glass on the way up, and then press it around the edges. Should naturally kind of stick to the glass. All right, and number 4. All right, so we got our garnish on. Take that, put it out of the way. Okay, and then just go ahead and put some ice in the glass. Now, depending on how big the glass you're using, we're using smaller glasses. So don't worry so much about filling it all the way up. This is just to keep the drink chilled, because you're actually going to shake this one, so it's already going to be cold. All right. Okay. So I'll make this one with my shaker as well as the shaker that you're going to find in every household kitchen. Okay. So to start off, Go and grab yourself some ice. There we go. Now you can make this with any gin as well. However, I am quite the sucker for Empress 1908 just because, speaking of gardens, it's infused with the pea butterfly flower, which gives it this beautiful purple hue. I don't know if you can catch that quite on the camera, but it is quite a beautiful product, and I am definitely a fan. Okay, so to start it off, I'm doing 2 ounces Empress, or 2 one little tiny glass shots, or 1 really big shot glass. You know, you can break it down to parts. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, guys, it's just cooking with drinks. That's all you're doing. So add to your flavor profile. Okay. Next, we have Saint Germain elderflower. Now, you can use any elderflower liqueur. It's not specific to this one. Saint Germain just happens to be my personal favorite. I've used it for my entire career, basically. Okay, we're going to be doing a 1/2 ounce of this guy right here. Okay, once again, 1/2 ounce equals 1/2 a part. Now, just be careful not to go too much over on this. You always add more, but it is a very potent liqueur, so it can drown your drink really easy. Okay. After that, you're going to take your King Floyd's Cardamon Bitters. I know this is a tiny bottle because I can only travel so much when I'm on a plane. So if you're using the 100 ml bottles, you're going to be doing about 3 shakes. Basically, 1, 2, 3. That's it. We're also, once again, overthrow the drink as far as flavor profiles. If you do happen to have our little 1/2 ouncers, it equals about 1/2 a vial. So it's like that. Don't know if you can see that much with my body there. There we go. All right. Bloop, put that in there. It's going to be nice, very fluorescent, or not fluorescent, very floral, decadent smell, taste, everything. If you're not a fan of cardamom, you're going to be after this cocktail, I can promise you. Okay, now this is going to be using lemon and lime juice. Okay, so we got our lemon juice, fresh squeeze right here. Okay, and that's going to be a 1/2 ounce or 1/2 a part. Okay, nice sweet citrus tones. And then a 1/4 ounce or a 1/4 part of our lime juice. Basically making your fresh, sweet, and sour mixture, essentially. Okay, so there you go with that. Set that back off to the side. And then put your top on and shake. Okay, now once again, I will show you how to make this with a regular shaker, not the fancy metal one, but you just don't want to shake until your glass is nice and cold or frosted. And that's it. Right now, this is why I wanted you guys to grab Empress, because if you haven't used it, you're gonna be quite a fan now. When you add citrus to it, it turns this beautiful pink hue. Okay, so I wonder if the camera's catching that, but it's this beautiful lavender color. It goes really good with summertime in general. Okay, so there's your entire cocktail plus some soda water. And that is it. That is your Empress 1908 Cucumber Spritz. Okay, a little bit of citrus. Both are available in your garden right now. Cucumber available in your garden. A little bit of elderflower. Some beautiful seasonings brought to you by King Floyd's. And that's it. First one's going to bed. Here you go, Pops.
Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty.
All right, so we're going to show you how to make this again.
And that's a spritz. Huh?
That's a spritz. Spritz is technically just a little bit of sugar with some citrus in general. Okay, so now I'll show you how to make it with just a regular shaker, which is the same exact thing, just to show you you don't need fancy bar tools to do any of this. Okay.
Oh, I love those King Floyd Bitters.
There we go. Shaker full of ice. Empress 1908, doing 2 ounces, 2 parts. Okay, it's going to be 1/2 ounce elderflower liqueur. Saint Germain is what we're using today. Okay, if you have the 100 ml bottles, once again, that is 3 shakes. Bap, bap, bap. If you have our little 1/2 ouncers, it's going to be about 1/2 the vial. Okay. Okay, it's going to be a 1/4 part, 1/4 ounce lime juice. I love watching it too, because that's when it starts to turn pink in the shaker. You usually don't get to see that in the tins that we use in our industry. And we got a 1/2 ounce lemon, or half a part. Just tools to measure. Doesn't have to be precise.
First time that trucker works in it.
All right.
That's for about 5 years.
Now we shake. So to screw this ninja lid on. All right. Go ahead and strain. If yours has this little straining option, which this one's cool, it does. Top with some soda water, and you are complete. All right. Put that off to the side. Bloop, bloop. Number 2. Going to Jitterbug. There we go. All right, once again, we're going to make both these at the same time. Okay, so let's go ahead and make it with one of each for you guys, okay? So ice. Ease it out of the way. There we go. Yeah, very tart. Like very subtle sugar tones, very like no hangover from this drink at all. All good for the summer. All great for the summertime. You can drink these by the pitcher. They're sneaky. All right, so that's 2 ounces, 2 parts going into one. 2 ounces, 2 parts going in the other. And if this is too tart for you, you can always add more elderberry liqueur or some simple syrup or anything like that. I like to experience a little bit more of the flavor profiles in this, but there's no judgment on any way you want to make this. All very easy. It's all up to your palate. Okay, that's going to be a 1/2 ounce or half a part of the elderberry liqueur going into each glass. Shaker, that is. Okay, our King Floyd's Cardamon Bitters. Okay, about a 1/2 vial in each. Or if you're using the 100 ml bottles, it's about 3 dashes. Whack, whack, whack for each drink, okay? There we go. And now we shall shake. If you are using these little things for force bounce, make sure they're closed because no one likes getting sprayed in the face. Oh. Fancy strainer. Oh, you know what I did? It's still blue. I forgot to put the lemon and lime in that. What do you mean? All right, so we're going to redo those real quick. Not redo them, but so even bartenders make mistakes. Okay, so pull those guys back. Got our lemon juice right here. Okay, 1/2 ounce lemon juice. 1/2 ounce lemon juice. 1/4 ounce lime or 1/4 parts. Once again, just a unit of measurement. Doesn't have to be precise. Especially for these style drinks with fresh ingredients. Unless you're getting like the crazy liqueur game, no one's gonna bust your balls. Okay, 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce. That guy back. And then let's shake it up one more time. Oh, there we go. Nice and purple. Pinkish. All right. Fancy strain. Got to add some more ice to this now, though. I took it. Okay. And we got our ninja shaker. Top it off with some soda water and complete. And if you have some more mint left over, go and use it as a garnish as well. You can play around with all these ingredients. That's the beautiful thing about having your own garden that can produce all these. Boom, makes it even a little bit more pretty. You're just playing with it. That's it. It's like Bob Ross, man. Just make it happy little drinks. All right. Cheers to you guys. I'm going to drop this off to the brother and then sample. Absolutely.
It's actually pretty good.
I know. They are pretty good, huh?
It doesn't taste too much.
All right. How's yours turn out there, Jen?
Very good. Very refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this one.
You like that one?
I think it turned out really good. Yeah, my friend's here with me and he also likes it. So
That's great for the hot weather.
we do have a couple questions. Hold on.
Go ahead and shoot.
How long do you keep fresh squeezed juice for before it goes bad?
You know, being citrus in general, you typically can keep it for a little bit longer than you would think. However, like I've never really made juice to keep for a couple days or anything. Like if I didn't use all this tonight, I could definitely use it the next day or two. But being a bartender, I've always just made new juice because I just am constantly rotating through it. So I don't really have an answer on the shelf life of fresh squeezed juices. I just know that it should always be fresh squeezed juices.
Yeah, I would say probably no longer than a day at most.
Well, no, you could definitely hold it on for like, if you keep it refrigerated, it'll definitely last in the fridge for more than 3 to 4 days.
Oh, okay.
But like, I don't know if like the simple syrup, if you guys made that at home, there's no separation of fresh squeezed juice. Like simple syrup, if you guys, any of you guys cook your own tonight, like Jen did, then you can tell when that goes bad. It stays clear, and then it starts separating. And you can see it in the bottle. It gets like a little milky-ish. And that's usually when it starts to turn. And so, but with citrus, you don't really see that. So you just gotta kind of know the smell, I guess. But at the same time, I've never kept juice for more than a couple days at max. So I don't think I've ever actually ran out of juice material. So I do apologize for not being able to answer that.
If you say you wanted to make a non-alcoholic version of these, I mean, would you substitute, like, would you just take the alcohol out and you could do everything else? Or yeah, pretty much.
Everything that I am presenting tonight are very easy to do non-alcoholic. It's just fresh squeezed ingredients from your garden. And then if you want to drink, you just add some booze to it. It's all just flavor. Now, I can tell you that there are a couple products out in the market that give you the flavor that, say, like my bitters do. At the same time, bitters and our cocktail syrup does have alcohol in it, and that's what preserves it. So there are a couple ingredients out there on the market if you want to get those flavors without the liquor attached to it. But I can tell you, you're not going to get drunk off those things. But just letting you know, they do have alcohol in the product. But once again, anything that is made for you right now, you can just take the alcohol out and still get that flavor. Like everything I'm doing Contro for, simple syrup, which is just sugar and water. So it's like making lemonade with different herbal things from your garden. That's about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might know the answer, but what is the Empress gin infused with?
Pea butterfly flower.
Oh, I don't know the answer.
Yeah, pea butterfly flower is, you know, as far as being a bartender, and honestly, it's just a great flower. It's kind of like the hibiscus flower. It doesn't have so much of a flavor palette to it, but if you take some water or vodka or literally anything and you just let it steep in pea butterfly flower, you get that beautiful violet hue that comes out. And if you do it like with hibiscus, you get a beautiful red hue that comes out. Like when you make your own pomegranate syrup, it actually turns out to be like a really like brown, not appealing looking color. And so to bring it back to life, like grenadine, that's what pomegranate syrup is, but grenadine that everyone knows is horrible. No one makes their pomegranate syrup anymore. And so to get it back to being beautiful and vibrant and red, they just steep it in hibiscus flower. That's how you get that color back into it. It doesn't really have too much of a flavor profile attached to it though, but the visual results are quite appealing.
Awesome. Well, thank you. There are some more questions, but I'll hold them off to the end because I think we should do the next cocktail.
No problem. All right. So coming up, Basil Paloma. You know, it's funny that I'm making that drink here in Texas because Palomas actually come from Texas because they're known for their ruby red grapefruit, which I totally knew that before I did this. All right. So What you're going to want is a taller glass, usually something with a little bit of bell on it. Okay, so this is what I got. At the same time, any glass is going to work. You're going to put some stuff in it, some ice, and you're going to be able to drink it. Okay, so we're going to grab that. Now, the fun part about basil on this drink is it's not so much an ingredient that you're going to mash and just destroy at the bottom of the glass. It's mostly an aromatic. And what I mean by that is like it's part of your garnish. And most people don't understand about cocktails or senses in general is that your sense of smell is a lot more powerful than your sense of taste. So when you're tasting something by itself, you're going to taste that. And if you just add something that you're smelling on top of that, it's going to change that flavor dynamic, or grape, I should say. And so what we're going to do with this is basically infuse lime, grapefruit, all fresh, of course, some basil, a little bit of sweetener, which is going to be our Cointreau, tequila, alongside our, nope, not that one, our grapefruit and rosemary bitters. Okay, now this is going to also add a little bit of rosemary to it and some beautiful high notes of grapefruit on the top of the drink. So you're not going to make the drink with this while you're shaking it up. You're going to put this on top alongside the basil, and it's going to give you a very good sensation. Okay, so it's going to start out. Once again, filled with some ice. Okay. Tequila. Okay. All drinks that are made tonight are made 2 ounces, 2 parts, or however you want to call it. Okay. ½ ounce simple syrup, Cointreau, triple sec, whatever you want to use. All sweeteners. ½ ounce. All right. We got our fresh lime juice right here. Going to be doing ½ ounce of this. And now for the one that might take you guys a little bit, which I will slow down for, is 2 ounces fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. Okay. Oop, little spillage, full glass. There we go. So 2 ounces of that. Then you shake it up. All right. Now the fun part about palomas in my mind is how you make them look pretty. Okay. So let me get all these glasses out of the way, show you one. Okay, so drop some ice on the edge of that. You're going to take a full grapefruit and you're going to cut that guy into a nice little wedge. And the way you do that is you take the knot of the grapefruit, put your knife right on it, and cut straight down. Okay? Cut straight down, get your nice little half of that line going down it. Go and cut off the edge because you don't need that. And you want to just get a nice big half chunk of grapefruit. Okay? Little half moon, okay? I'm just going to stick that on the side of the glass. Okay, make sure it kind of stands up. So let's see if you can see that. Just like that, okay? Then top it off with some ice. Okay, and then strain. And just like every other drink made tonight, and top it off with a little bit of soda water. These are all summer cocktail drinks, and you're going to be doing it in the sun. So water, it's not just a good idea, it's the way you live. All right, bloop. Okay. Now, before you throw your basil in, that's when you take your King Floyd's grapefruit and ginger, or grapefruit and rosemary. Jesus. Okay. And if you're using the ½ ounce little guys like here, another half vial, just drip it right around the top. If you're using the 100 ml bottles, that's going to be about 4 shakes, 3-4 shakes. Okay. And then you're going to take some basil, find a nice little branch of it. Okay. Keep the flowers out of it. They're bitter. You don't want those. Okay, just take it off at the base because you want those stems, okay? Okay, so 2 leaves for this guy. Once again, slap it. Okay? And you're just going to put that in the drink just like that. Make it nice and pretty, okay? So there we go. There's the King Floyd's Basil Paloma. First one goes to Pops. All right, let's make this guy again. Ice. Tequila. 2 ounces or 2 parts.
The rosemary.
Half ounce of your simple syrup Contro or triple sec, or half a part. Okay, 2 ounces of your fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. Okay, half ounce lime juice. Nice little sweet and tart action going on. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting well used to that. Everything is going to have a high citrus note tonight, based off a couple fruits and veggies that you find in your local garden. There we go with that. Shake. Okay, throw some ice at the bottom of your glass. That grapefruit wedge can stand up on edge. Go and cut off another big chunk of that. Okay, lean that up against the edge, just like so, and top it off. And then strain. And soda water. Okay, King Floyd's grapefruit and rosemary. About half a dropper. A little more than that. There we go. Once again, that's what it looks like. You can see it now. It's pretty light bitters, but half of it. Drip it right around the top. And then 2 nice big leaves of basil. Remember to keep the stalk on so that way it stays. Okay, pair those up. Slap. All right. Go ahead and arrange them to where they're all nice and pretty. And there we go. One more.
It's actually pretty damn tasty.
Well, drink your drinks then. All right. And now, once again, we shall make 2 at a time using both shakers for you. All right. Start with the more ice and tequila. Who doesn't like that? 2 ounces or 2 parts into glass 1. 2 ounces or 2 parts going into glass 2. Half ounce Contro triple sec or simple syrup into each glass. Okay, 2 ounces grapefruit, fresh squeeze, going into each shaker. That's going to be 2 parts or 2 ounces, however you'd like. Half ounce fresh squeezed lime. And shake. And once again, if you're using one of these guys, make sure that lid is closed. I've seen a lot of people spray their kitchen. All right. Okay. There we go. 2 glasses, a little bit of ice in both. Can you guys see that? There we go. A little bit of ice in both of them. And that's your garnish. Doop. And doop. There we go. Gonna put that right beside that ice so it stays on edge. Oh, you liked that one, did you? Yeah. Man, Dad put that one thing back. All right.
Tastes like more.
Kind of tastes like more. All right. Top off with ice. And strain. Get a little bit more of this Topo Chico bubble water. Two big old basil leaves for each drink. Slap.
Thank you.
All right, one, and you look like a good one. Let's take you. All right. Gotta make it pretty. There you go. Okay, and then once again, King Floyd's grapefruit and rosemary, about a half dropper or 3 dashes on top of the drink, mostly to pair that rosemary up with the basil, which is always a great combination. And there you are, 2 more King Floyd's and Slope Garden Basil Palomas. All right, there you go.
Cheers.
Come on, cheers.
Thanks for the drinks.
Absolutely. Look at this. My dad's a professional. Dad drank all 3 of those things. And they're still working on this. Here's for you guys. How'd yours turn out there, Jen?
Super awesome. This is our favorite.
You like the Basil Paloma?
Definitely.
They're
Yeah.
all really nice and light, which is kind of all garden material, right?
Yeah. And we do have a couple questions. One is about how you slap the basil and the mint.
Mm-hmm.
Lance is wondering, is it for dramatic effect?
Which he likes.
Which we like, or, is there an actual reason for it?
So, like, slapping it expresses the oils within the leaves. And so, just imagine, if you grab a mint leaf, you can just smell it. But if you rub it first and then smell it, you get more mint or less mint. And so that's what that does, is that when you slap it, boom, you break all the particles of the plant apart while maintaining integrity rather than trying to muddle it together. And then you get all the smell and the aroma off of it. And that's why you slap it. Plus, it's great for theatrics. Not going to lie.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, if you don't keep a full bar of liquors and liqueurs because you don't make cocktails often enough, what do you recommend for an essentials cocktail setup?
Essentials basically is going to be a spirit of choice that you like. Okay, any spirit known on the market is going to use fresh citrus. So limes and lemons, can't go wrong with limes and lemons. They pair up with every spirit that's on the market. Gins, bourbon, except for Scotch. It's the Bourbon zone. Don't ever put anything with Scotch ever. But yeah, bourbons, gins, vodkas, tequilas, mezcal, all of them are going to love citrus. Okay. Now, breaking down cocktails is very easy. You just need citrus, the spirit, and some sugar. Now, liqueurs are the different flavors of sugar, essentially, like Contro that I use tonight, and the Germain elderberry liqueur. Yes, they are derived from different, plants, well, not plants, fruits. But with that being said, they still are sugar. They're not a high octane spirit. So, simple bar necessities: simple syrup, which is what Jen made tonight, which if you ever want to make it, it comes in 2 forms, 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. And that's it. Thick, simple, and simple. Simple. Okay. So sugar water, citrus, and a spirit. The rest of it is cooking in a glass. It's whatever you want to add. And so you can do this as far as making your own syrups, not to mention just simple, but I can make you a grapefruit, strawberry, lime, lemon, cucumber syrup where it tastes like everything that I just made in one little syrup container. And that's just cooking. Boil up some simple syrup, put all these chopped vegetables and fruits into it. Not going to say it's going to taste too good, but you can make it. You can make blueberry, strawberry, cucumber, orange, lemon, lime, any flavor you can imagine. You can make whatever syrup you want. And so bar essentials are strictly your spirit, citrus, and some sugar, just how you want to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, and also you can grow a bunch of stuff in your garden to add to your cocktail. So
exactly. Fresh is always best. I'm a firm believer in that.
Josh, this has been so fun. I'm so thankful for your time and your expertise and your cocktails. I've had a blast. I appreciate everybody that joined. Again, the recording will be available this Friday. And remember that the discount code for the bitters is still good until June 30th. So if you didn't make the recipes with us tonight, you can always watch the recordings, go back, order the bitters and whatnot to make at a later time. So again, thanks everyone for joining. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening and hope to see you at the container design class coming up in about a week and a half. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.
Everyone, enjoy the rest of your night.